Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm bringing you my version of Paleozoic frogs. So we just got totally awesome back to 2. I'm really excited for this deck profile and this deck. I have been testing the past couple of weeks Marincest frogs and Paleozoics as well, because I just thought I would get my profiles while I had the cards out. And because of the ban list hitting Call by the Grave and stuff, I had to change my Marincest deck and my Frog Marincest deck, but the Paleozoic one, they didn't need anything apart from one space in the extra deck, which was easily dealt with, as you'll see in the when we get to the extra deck. So I'm just going to dive right in. Fun fact that this was actually the very first deck that I played against in my first regionals. I was playing Dark Magician, and Paleos was piloted by my mate Ryan Lindsay, who has a channel, it's O-Lion, so go check him out. And let's get into this. So bog standard lineup of 3 swap, 2 dupe and 2 rodent tone. So this deck has been around for years. This is the perfect ratio. Like everyone will say there's no point in fiddling about with this. This is the perfect ratio. And that is it for the monsters. We don't actually play hand traps in the form of like Ash Blossom and stuff like that. We play some impermanencies, but we don't need it in this deck because primarily we want to go first. That's it. If we go second, we can do some things, but primarily this is a going first deck. For the spells, we play 39 cards because we play the one Upstart Goblin. This deck doesn't really need a draw engine, and plus we don't want to banish any of frogs because we want to keep on dumping them with swap frog and stuff like that. So, and with rodent tone banishing the other ones, then it does make it less consistent and stuff. So definitely just playing the one Upstart Goblin is perfect. Now my spicy tech for this deck, and I really do like it. I've played it on Julian Book and EDO Pro, and no one sees it coming and no one knows its actual effect. So we play 2 Fury of the Kairishin. So the reason why I play this is because when we're playing against combo decks, Torrential Tribute is extremely good, especially if we're going first. Search out Torrential Tribute and then just set it for going on our opponent's turn. They start doing Halki Firebrack stuff or whatever, blow it up, they have to restart, and most of the time they can't really do it, especially if they've got a totally awesome. Now, it's not just a Torrential Tribute searcher, because people will just say that's what Trap Tricks is for. But Kairishin actually has another effect, and it's extremely good in this deck because its effect is if you control a water monster, and water monster or monsters, you can banish this card and it protects them. They can't be destroyed by that card effect, and it doesn't state your opponent's, so it's also yours. So it's actually built-in protection from the Torrential Tribute that you've set. So I really do like that. It catches a lot of people off guard, and especially if people are using like Lightning Storms, then they go Lightning Storm, you just go banish that, and then that's your totally awesome protected. So if they've got the Harpy's Feather Duster, and that's what they're trying to do, they're trying to do the monsters and then the spell and trap cards, then you have got protection in that sense. So I do really like that little engine. Paleozoic traps, it's quite simply 3 Dynamiscus, 3 Canadia, and 3 Paleozoic Olenoidus. So we have the MST, the Book of Moon, and the Banish card. So just remember, this is the first time you're picking up this deck. Dynamiscus is not cost to discard, sorry. So you let your opponent react to it. If they don't, then you discard. So don't let them mix you up on that one. Now for the continuous trap cards, we play 3 Crackdown. So Crackdown, I really like Crackdown. I've said it from the very beginning. I hate taking it out at all, guys. But definitely have to play Crackdown because you gain so much advantage, and you can actually, it can help you OTK your opponent, be it getting into the extra deck and stuff. I'm going to say that now, we don't play Access Code Popper in this deck because I just feel like we don't get enough targets in the form of like link material, into the graveyard to actually merit actually playing it. So I think Crackdown is just perfect just to help us link Claymore to help hinder our opponents advancing in games. And we also play the one Imperial Order. We play free spell cards, so it's some armor. It hinders our opponent more than it will ever hinder us. Apart from if it goes to game 3 and we're getting low on life points. But apart from that, it's a staple card. Now, I play one sales pitch. So the reason I play sales pitch is my thinking behind this is if we end up with reduced traps and stuff, and we end up getting this, then we can search out one of our frogs. If we've got Dynamiscus on the board and we don't have anything in the hand, we can search with that. And just adds another level of consistency to help us proceed into longer game states and stuff like that. And it can search out Imperial Order, which in certain matchups can really come in clutch. So I do like the one sales pitch because I just feel like it just adds that extra level of consistency. Trap Tricks, don't need to explain this. This card is amazing in this deck because it searches out 90% of the deck. So definitely have to play it. The targets for it is 2 compulsory evacuation, 2 dimensional barriers, 2 lost wind, 2 ice dragon's prison, and we do play the 3 impermanencies. So the impermanencies are just our hand traps. Ice dragon prison is basically the most generic way of getting rid of red ice dark dragoon. Lost wind instead of Titanicider because it's special summon monsters. Titanicider's extra deck monsters, so it does have a wider range of decks to hit, especially when your opponent's playing Dragma and they don't special summon from the extra deck. Compulsory, just generic, hinders the opponent because they have to build up to something, you bounce it and then have to try and build up to it again. And dimensional barriers, I think it's the safest card to trap tricks when your opponent lightning storms, because if you know what they're playing, be it in the current climate, you're going to know because it's your opponent at locals. You can just dimensional barrier them. If it's BA, because BA is going to be running about mental because Grafton's here, just got semi-limited, then you can just call XYZs. So yeah, I think that's probably the best generic one if you get Harpied or Lightning Storm. So that is the main deck. So 39 cards in the main deck. Now into the extra deck, and we have 2 totally awesome back. So I have my German and I have my English copy. So I just wanted to do another quick shout out to Crush Cards. I'm really looking forward to seeing what Logan has done with her deck, just to see how much it differs from my version, how I like to put my deck. So it'll be good to actually see them. So shout out to Logan and Brian. So we play 2 Opabina and 1 Anomolocus. Really bad with names, you will learn this with me. I really do like this card. It's unaffected by monster effects, and this is unaffected by other monster effects as well, and it searches out the paleo stuff. So I really do like these cards. I think this is just the perfect ratio for them. You can drop Opabina down to 1, but I always prefer to have that second one. Link 2s, we play Arera, IP Masquerena, and Nightmare Phoenix. So Phoenix is extremely good just for popping floodgates that are hindering us, whatever they could be. IP Masquerena, just to bounce and get another interruption. Arera, I really like Arera because I think everybody's still going to be playing Halki 5-Rax. They're just going to swap out the Jet Synchron for a Plague Spreader Zombie. It just adds another aspect to the decks and stuff. But definitely she helps us climb into like 4s, 3s and stuff like that, so definitely play her. 1 Nightmare Unicorn, just for the going into IP Masquerena, shuffle back, most generic target for. But we do have other targets for her. And Meknite, Crusadia Abramax, Apollousa the Bow Goddess, and Borrow Sword. So Borrow Sword to help with OTKs, Apollousa and Abramax just for having a big boss monster, and if we do have Masquerena or we know what deck we're going up against, we just use the Arera and the Halka 5 Ricks that we take back, or we summon, sorry, and go into Apollousa, because those two monster effect negations might actually prove better than what sitting on a big boss monster would be. So definitely, I feel like Apollousa does merit her place. Then we have fusions. We play, one Exterior, one Last Warrior from Another Planet, and one Intis. So the Intis is just if we're going against Dragma, because I think now that Adamantium are levelled out, Eltleech is basically levelled out because pure Eltleech is still really strong. I just feel like Dragma might start to creep up a wee bit more, but I think Eltleech's going to jump on PK Filer now. So Intis, just to help handle them, we can actually send a Toad as the second target off the max, and then just shuffle it back on our turn. It doesn't really matter, or not, it just shuffles back when it's sent. I can't remember, sorry. So Intis, just for that, and we actually play Waking the Dragon in the side deck. I don't actually have the side deck handy, it was on YGL Pro. So just because we can use the trap tricks to bring it out the Waking the Dragon, and then we can summon one of these off the Waking the Dragon as long as it doesn't get Ash Blossomed, which 9 times out of 10 can happen. But I'll be honest with you, I just learned this not that long ago that it can be Ash Blossomed. So that is the main and extra deck. So I hope you did enjoy this deck profile. If you feel like you know how to improve this deck, or you want to ask any more questions on the deck, feel free to drop a comment down below. I will happily reply to everyone that messaged, and I do hope you enjoy it. I'm planning on doing a couple more tonight, so remember to watch out for the banner, and I hope you have a great day.